Hello and welcome to the Regionnaires. This is the quiz show that has questions that can be as hard as a Geordie bloke or possibly as easy as a Geordie lass. My name is Simon Donald and we have two teams who will face 5 rounds and all the questions will be about the region. On my right is team captain Catboy, so called because as soon as he was born his mother tried to drown him in a canal. Catboy's guest tonight is darts commentator Sid Waddell. Sid is famed for saying stupid things that he has later come to regret, such as, there's only one word for that, magic darts. And we're not finished with Sid yet, because he also said that's like taking a sausage from a boy in a wheelchair. He most recently regretted saying, I'd love to appear on the Regionnaires. Gavin Webster is my team captain on the left. Stand-up comedian Gavin recently completed an 8-week run at Edinburgh, which isn't bad because it took him 12 to finish the Bladen race. Gavin's guest is Marcus Bentley, the voice of Big Brother. Marcus now charges a small fortune just for talking, so tonight he'll be performing for the first time in sign language. Let's get straight on with the first round. In this round, each team is given 3 clues that should lead them to the name of a famous northeasterner. So 4 points on offer. Catboy and Sid, you will start. What other country has 2 towns both called Newcastle?
Australia.
Yep.
Australia.
Australia is the correct answer for 1 point, so you get a visual clue up on the screen. The first visual clue is Australia. Which Welsh song dame's mother comes from Middlesbrough? So look for a Welsh singer of the Dane variety.
Shirley Bassey?
You going with Shirley Bassey?
We'll go Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey's the correct answer for another point. So you have your second visual clue, which is Shirley Bassey. During the 18th and 19th centuries, Bedlington was best known for its iron production. What did it make with the iron?
Steel.
It's not what I've got on the card. It's a particular ironmongery product that I'm looking for here.
Bedlington iron.
Sharp creases. No?
It meant knives. Scissors and knives.
Not knives. I think that will be your place of birth, Sheffield, would it not?
Yep.
Well, do you want to pass it over?
Looks that way.
What did Bedlington make?
Has Shirley Bassey got a moustache on there, or is that just me? It's like a cross between Shirley Bassey and Freddie Mercury, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, what was the question?
What
Bedlington?
did Bedlington make with its iron in the 18th and 19th centuries?
You're
going to pass?
Well, I'm trying to think of something funny, really, just to help out with the whole.
Balls. Can I have a little cannonballs? Weapons.
It looks like this question's been thrown open, but I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give you the answer. No points for that one, but Catboy's team will get the visual clue. The answer was nails. Okay.
Well, they're like ammunition. You used to stick them in with a shot at Hornblower guy and all that. Pirates of the Caribbean used to put that stuff in with the balls and all that stuff.
Can we get
lot of balls.
Can we get subtitles?
It's a very good point, but it's not what's on the card, Sid. So using these clues, this is where you're really going to have to get working. Who is the famous northeasterner who connects these 3 clues?
I'm looking at it, I'm thinking.
Jimmy Neal.
Yeah.
Can you?
I would just think.
Purely by association ideas, because I never work on logic.
Are you going to explain? Can you explain your answer more fully?
Did they not just do an Alpida same pair in Australia?
No, they may have done, but it's not what's on the card.
And Shirley Bassey with a moustache is the only lassie you'll have him.
When she's pissed.
We're getting there.
I can tell you that you've got that right. The answer is Jimmy Nail. Shirley Bassey was well known for Big Spender, and Spender was, of course, Jimmy's nail in the groundbreaking...
Oh, wow.
Spender was Jimmy's groundbreaking detective and part-time musician. Later on in Crocodile Shoes, he was a groundbreaking musician and part-time detective. Jimmy was recently awarded £30,000 after a newspaper printed defamatory comments about him. That must have been really nice for the extremely cheerful, charming and talented actor. Gavin and Marcus, it's your turn. OK.
Hi.
What is the Derwent Tower known as locally? It's a building in Gateshead.
The old man's piss hut.
It's not that particular building that we're looking for. It is a very famous building in Gateshead.
Is it the rocket?
It
Oh,
is.
apparently somebody in the audience knows.
For 1 point, it is known as the Rocket, so you get your
That's right.
first visual clue, which is Rocket. Second question.
Is it Elton John? I don't know. Carry on.
What did babies born on Coronation Day in 1937 in Newcastle receive?
Probably some lord. They probably inherited rickets.
Rickets, yes, is a good answer, but it's not what's on the card.
Are the pensioners laughing? No, no. No, what did...
Babies born on Coronation Day 1937 in Newcastle received something from the City Council as a gift. I'll give you a clue, it was a sum of money.
It was a sum of money. Oh, right, so that narrows it down to like 0 and an infinite amount, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, we are looking for a specific
7 and
guess.
6.
7 and 6?
A sixpence.
Sixpence.
Half a sixpence.
What's
It became
your
a
guess?
musical.
You got it wrong anyway, neither of your guesses were right. I'll pass it over.
What do you reckon, Sid?
Which year?
37.
A florin.
It's not right.
Florin coins used to have them all the time.
OK.
How money is it?
OK, I'll have to tell you, it was £5. So,
really?
no,
No, you wonder if the place
Jesus.
is falling in a rack and ruin for giving the bands all the council's money.
so no points for that one, but you still get the visual clue, which is a £5. OK, which piece of mining equipment has also been known as a teapot or a davy?
Oh, yeah, thanks, audience. It's a lamp, isn't it?
A miner's lamp.
It is a miner's lamp. OK, so up comes your visual clue, safety lamp. Right. Who's the famous northeasterner?
George Stephenson.
George Stephenson. Can you explain why?
The Rocket was his train from Stockton to Darlington.
Yeah, that's not how long it was. Actually, that was the first journey from Stockton.
OK, well, I'll tell you that you're right. It is George Stephenson, the father of the railways.
Yeah, very good.
He was on the back of a fiver, wasn't he?
George Stephenson also invented the first miner's safety lamp, and his face was put on £5 notes. His engine, the Rocket, travelled at 9 miles per hour. So getting to London would have taken over 27 hours, which is a far cry from the trains of today that travel at more than 140 miles an hour and can get us to London in just over 27 hours. In round 2, we are on the road with our roving reporter, Arthur Two-Stroke. He'll be asking passers-by questions, and each team has to guess how many people get the right answer. So, where has Arthur been? Let's find out.
Hello, Regionnaires. I've been let off the leash to hound the people of Bedlington. That's right. I'm going to ask barking locals if they can sniff out the terrier that takes its name from their town, from a choice of 4 photographs of dogs.
Right, Regionnaires, the question is, how many people in Bedlington will recognise their town's namesake canine? Catboy and Sid, can I have a guess from you?
I reckon people there would get 90%, I'd say 7.
Out of 8, we're out of 8.
7 would be
out of 8?
Definitely.
Are you going to let Sid?
Oh, yeah, we're good with
You're
that.
going to go with
Because it's
Sid's
a weird-looking
knowledgeable,
dog
okay.
and kneel all night.
So, what was that, 8? 7?
7.
7 out of 8, OK. And Gavin, to you.
I would probably go lower on 6 because, judging by how these kind of quizzes work, if you say 6, you'll probably get all the ones below it. And with them having 7,
So, are you...
statistically, we'll probably
Right,
win.
we're taking
so we'll
6.
say 6.
You said
We're on the black chair and play the
little bit off the
mastermind
wall.
thing.
Let's catch up with our roving reporter and chase the tail.
See?
Are you sure now?
Yeah. I'm sure, huh?
But listen, it doesn't matter if you don't identify it correctly, but just pick one. There's the photograph. Which one's the Bedlington Terrier?
B, I think.
You sure now?
I would guess.
I just want to know, is that a Bedlington Terrier?
No, it's not. That's A Jack Russell crossed with a Lakeland.
I couldn't ask you a question about dogs.
D. D.
What letter is that?
C. C. I'm Italian, you know.
Okay.
C, but I'm not from Bedlington anyway, so
Where are you from?
I'm from Blythe.
Have we got a dog in Blythe?
I'm sure they've got plenty.
Blythe Terrier.
D.
D. Quite sure now?
Aye.
I can confirm that is a correct identification.
So, 6 out of 8 got it right, which means Gavin's team got it bang on. So, point goes to Gavin's team.
Well done.
So, it's time for a break. The scores before the break: Gavin's in the lead with 4, Catboy trailing with 3. Don't switch over. Welcome back. Time for our round which is called Mr. Region, in which our teams get the chance to ask questions to discover who our obscure guest Mr. X is. And I can tell you it's not Geordie pop idol sensation Aaron Bailey, because he couldn't get time off from the burger van. So welcome to our guest, Mr. X. Catboy and Sid to start as usual. Remember, you can only have yes or no answers.
Want to fire away, Sid?
Have you ever appeared in Hello magazine?
No.
Okay.
Did that haircut used to be a mullet?
It was.
He knows him already.
That's him already. Are you not related to him with a T-shirt?
No.
Distant relative?
That's 2 questions.
It is, yeah.
It's all right, he didn't answer it.
No, it's a qualificatory sentence.
Do you take your clothes off in public places?
No.
I thought it was that Striga.
Why not? No. Are you famous outside the region, or just here?
I think it's fair to say that
Outside.
your fame is national.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, international.
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 Did you have one moment of fame, or are you constantly famous?
Difficult to answer with a yes or no. I think.
Yep.
What? He's gone German. What? Say it.
Could you direct the question more towards a yes or no? I think.
Did you have a moment, like a 15 minutes of fame?
Interestingly enough, the first clue that I've got on my card here relates to that very thing. It says some people get 15 minutes of fame, but Mr. X had 20.
20 minutes of fame.
What takes 20 minutes, Sid?
Well, these days, it's a lot longer.
Would you like another clue?
Yeah.
Right. The police stopped Mr. X in his moment of fame, even though nobody had complained about what he was doing.
Oh, God. It's like wading through treacle, this, isn't it? Give us another clue, then we'll ask a question.
OK, Mr. X's stunt was heavenly.
You're not that fella who put the Alan Shearer shirt on the Angel of the North, are you?
Yes.
Really?
Mr. X is Ray Ozzy Austin. Ray and his friends adorned the Angel of the North with an Alan Shearer shirt in 1998. It was 17 feet by 29 and cost £1,000. But Ray wasn't completely out of pocket, though, because he later sold the shirt to Jimmy Five Banks. Ray, would you like to tell us how this came about?
It was actually one of those things that you just do in a sort of like a mad, sort of like half-hour little meeting with a friend who actually thought about doing it.
There was a number of you did it, wasn't there?
There was about 20 of us involved in putting this up, yeah.
Thanks to Ray for coming on. Ray Ozzy Austin.
Yay.
Arthur Two-Stroke has been somewhere else today. Let's find out where.
Hello, Regionnaires. Today I'm in Harrogate, home of the famous spa. Its waters are said to cure almost anything, including baldness, piles and impotence. That's better. I'm going to ask locals whether they're in perfect health. Are they fighting fit or about to throw a fit?
So, teams, the people of Harrogate, they might not be oil paintings, but are they a picture of health and feeling fit today? Catboy and Sid, what is your guess between 0 and 10? How many of the people of Harrogate are feeling well today?
Well,
Mention baldness, piles and impotence on Nandis. One over to you, Sid.
I live about 12, 15 miles away from Harrogate. He's landed me as Catboy. So I'll have to say that there's about 4 of these people who will say they're well.
OK, you going with
4.
that, Catboy?
Yep, 4 sounds good.
4 out of 10, right?
It's got to be higher.
The average age is 83.5.
Why?
Kid City. Honest,
Have you got a number? You're gonna
We'll go for 5, yeah.
You're going to go
Just
for
with
5.
the
So
logic of before.
you think 5,
Yeah,
5 of the people in Harrogate are feeling fit today? Let's go back to Arthur. He drank some of the famous spa water, so he might be reached on the road to recovery, but how will the people of Harrogate feel?
How are you feeling today?
Fine, thank you. Very fit and healthy. It's Harrogate water.
So generally, on the whole, you'd say you feel very fit.
Well, not very fit, but fit.
Fine, yeah. Yeah, we're quite happy people, aren't we?
And you're in the same condition as well?
Yeah.
Good. How's the dog been feeling? Is he in good health?
I would say she's in very good health. Nice.
Never had any problems?
No, nice shiny coat, wet nose. Yeah, she's great.
Have you enjoyed the water?
Which water?
The spa water?
Oh, yes, yes. Quite some time back. We come here quite often anyway.
So generally you would say, when you come to Harrogate, you feel very fit?
Very fit and invigorated.
Have you tried the water?
I've tried the lager.
Not too clever at the end of the day now.
My health is fantastic.
How's your health been?
As far as I know, it's very good. Yeah.
Never had a day off work?
Never had a day off work.
How you feel physically?
At this moment?
Yeah.
Great. Superb.
Right, did either of the teams manage to actually work out how many the answer was?
No idea.
It was very near 10, wasn't it?
I think it was 4.
Even the lager drinkers say they're fit. Liars in Harrogate.
It was 9.5.
Well, the answer was 9.
Yeah.
So you were both absolutely miles off, so no
but we
points
were
for...
nearer, weren't we?
No points for that round at all. You were nearer, but you weren't right. Do you want to argue it over between the teams over who gets the point? Whether it's just... Shall we settle for closer? Well, seeing as you're in the lead, I'm not going to let you have that point. Right. This is now time for the round called Nether Region, which is so called because it's the arse end of the show. First team on the buzzer with the right answer will score the point. So this is, as you might imagine, a quick-fire round. The quiz will end on the sound of the hooter, and fingers on the buzzers. Are you ready? Who is Peter Lee named after?
A bloke called Peter and another one called Lee, and they're going to get true, isn't it?
I can't.
Famous leader of the Durham Miners.
That is bang on. Peter Lee, leader of the Durham Miners. Why did the NatWest Bank on Mosley Street in Newcastle hit the Smelly Vision News in 1995?
Because a farmer came around with his muck spreader and just spread shit all over it, I think.
That's
apparently.
right.
Apparently.
Point to Gav's team. In which TV series was the Middlesbrough Transporter Bridge dismantled?
Have we the same?
Auf Wiedersehen, Pet is correct. What is the telephone dialing code for Sunderland?
The dialing code, it's 0191.
That's right, it's Tyneside.
That's a trick question, isn't it?
It's Wearside, but it's Tyneside. Who was once arrested at Dunbar whilst attempting to get back to Northumbria?
The king of Northumbria.
It's not what it says on the card, but I think it might actually be right. It was Wilfrid in 680 AD, because King Egfrith had told him he was friggin' barred. But because it doesn't say whether he was the king or not, I'm afraid I can't give you that point. I might have to get the historians onto that one. Which is bigger, Northumberland or North Yorkshire?
North Yorkshire.
Probably is, you're right, yeah. Which county, Durham town, is Vic Reeves from?
Darlington.
Darlington's correct. Where would you go to watch Newcastle Eagles?
The arena.
Newcastle Arena is correct.
Is it not Knavery?
If Newcastle is upon Tyne, what is Stockton?
Tees. Put upon Tees.
I can't give you that.
On Tees.
On Tees is right.
Oh, yeah. Up them now, right?
What industry did Thomas Menville begin in Sunderland in 1346?
Chips on shoulder. That's just a joke. I know what it was, really.
Oh, we should get this.
I can't remember.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Can I do...
Repeat the question?
What industry did Thomas Menville begin in Sunderland in 1346?
Well, shipbuilding.
Shipbuilding's right. Name the male vocalist whose performance on the Tube was so popular that he was back to sing again the following week.
Oh, I know this one.
Paul Weller.
Can you offer a
Pass it
cross?
over.
I think it's Tom Waits, isn't it?
It was Paul Young. I'm going to send you back to Walker was recorded by which 1960s Newcastle group?
Animals.
That's correct. What is the tallest hill in the Cheviots?
Oh, Tall Hill, isn't it?
Benny Hill.
It's not Benny Hill, it's Cheviot. The houses of the old town are all red-roofed and seemed piled up above...
Is it I'm Gonna Leave Old Durham Town by Roger Whittaker?
You get the rest of it. That's the end of the round and the end of the quiz. Which means that Catboy has pipped Gav at the death. So, the final scores being 10 to Catboy and Sid and 8 to Marcus and Gavin. A gold shield to our winners and South Shields to our losers. Letters of complaint from people in South Shields addressed to TyneTees Television, please. A big thanks to both of our teams, Catboy and Sid Waddell. And Gavin Webster and Marcus Bentley. I'm Simon Donald and this shambles was the Regionnaires. Good night.